Hi friends, Chad Husted with TeamQuadzilla.com here to share a mental fitness thought of the day because we know that healthy living starts between your ears. Welcome to part 3 of our series on food. What does food have to do with mental fitness? Well, if you've ever tried to lose weight and failed, or meaning that you didn't stick with it or you regained the weight, or maybe you've lost and put back on the same weight several times, I can assure you that a root cause of your trouble has less to do with the program you chose and more to do with your mental fitness. That may sound kind of harsh, but you know it's true. And this is why I spend so much time and energy doing what I do and sharing these mental fitness ideas. I need them as much as you do. Doing food well is absolutely a matter of mental fitness. And so far, we've talked about drinking water in part 1 and ingredient labels over the nutrition labels in part 2. Today's topic is tracking, which is no small task of mental fitness. No matter the objective, success gurus often say you can't manage what you don't measure. And this certainly applies to your food and your nutrition plan, at least until you've developed the habits and routines that make your healthy eating normal and kind of automatic. And I'm a perfect example of living this self-deception that I was eating healthy. It wasn't until I actually tracked everything that I put in my mouth for several weeks that I finally realized how far off I was from doing food well. And I'm still not awesome at it, but I'm way better than I was even just a couple years ago. Because tracking works. Commercial message here. If you are part of the Team Quadzilla Wellness Club, you have access to a couple of very simple tracking platforms that you can use on your phone. So just ask me how to join our club if that interests you. All right? Commercial over. I don't have time here to explain the details of our proven food tracking plans, but let me at least give you a few ideas to get started. All right? Tracking is not about calorie counting. I loathe calorie counting because it places the focus on the nutrition facts label on your food instead of the ingredients label like we reviewed in part 2. A calorie counter can justify a peanut butter cup as comparable to an apple because of the calories, but we all know which one is actually healthier for you, right? Secondly, tracking is not about restricting food groups. Many popular or fad diets restrict certain food groups like carbs or fat, when actually all food groups are part of a healthy eating plan. 3, tracking is meant to help with portion control. What I found is that I ate way too much of some food groups and not nearly enough of others. And so getting the food groups in proper balance is where the magic really happens. And for the record, portion control doesn't mean starvation. Though most of us tend to eat too much, it's more that we eat the wrong things. And what I mean is that when you eat proper portions of the right foods, you will likely find, as I did, that it is plenty of food. You will not go hungry. But how is that possible? It doesn't even make sense, you might be saying. Well, simply put, processed foods are much more pass-through for your digestive system, which means your body is not getting the nutrients it needs and will call for more food. But when you eat the right foods, your body becomes satisfied. Further, whole, real foods take more time and energy to digest, which means you'll feel full longer than when eating processed food. Next, tracking can be done simply by dividing your plate appropriately, targeting half your plate with veggies, a quarter of it with protein, and a quarter with carbs. Most of us end up with half a plate of carbs or protein and a quarter plate of veggies, if there's any at all. Alternatively, you can measure daily servings of each major food group according to your weight, which is what I do. Checking off the portions of veggies or healthy fats that I eat each meal or snack helps me to see what I have left in my food bank at day's end, which goes a long way to helping me choose well through the day and when the evening snack monster attacks. Now, without a specific nutrition plan tailored to you, you can still benefit from tracking your food because it forces you to be mindful of what you eat, which will often result in making better choices since you're recording what you eat. And when you evaluate what you ate, just simply think, how can I add another veggie? Or how many foods were processed like chips and cereal and etc. versus whole foods like carrots or apple or chicken? Or how much soda and energy drink and coffee did I have instead of water? Honestly, food tracking is hard, especially at first, and it can be very convicting, which is really uncomfortable for most of us. But it works. Even if your goal is not to lose weight, doing food well will surely help you to feel better. Greater mental clarity, more energy, clearer skin, regular digestion, boosted immunity, all these kind of things. So here's your action step for today. First, ask me how to join the Team Quadzilla Wellness Club so you can have access to the tracking tools along with the details for the simple nutrition plan that you can start today. And second, take a 7-day food tracking challenge and write down everything you eat. I bet it reveals some weak spots in your plan that could be tuned up to help you reach your healthy living goals. And I'll be curious to hear how that goes for you, so let me know in the comments or reach out to me directly. That's all for today. Thanks for watching your Team Quadzilla Mental Fitness Thought of the Day.